What's going on, Shiny Crew? I'm TheSilverSlasher and welcome to the Send Me Eggs video for our Pokemon Pearl Randomizer Egglocke. Pretty exciting that our next series is already here, and as I just said a second ago, it's going to be a Pokemon Pearl Randomizer Egglocke, which means I need eggs from you. If you don't know how Egglocks work, I suppose I should explain it. Basically, it is a normal randomizer Nuzlocke as we have done plenty of times in the past, except every time I catch a wild Pokemon, I go ahead and go into the box and pick a random egg that is sent to me by one of you guys, and I trade them out and level them up to the level of the Pokemon that I caught, which means I'll be using Pokemon that you send me, which means I am going to now teach you how to send Pokemon. If you think you already know how to send Pokemon, I would really recommend watching this video anyway, just because I don't want anything to go wrong, okay? And I guess there's not much else to say, let's just go ahead and get started. So the program we're going to need is PokeJen. I'm sure you've probably heard of it. It allows you to create Pokemon from thin air, and that will be how you send me the Pokemon that you want me to use in the Egglock. So what you're going to want to do is, now you have PokeJen open, you want to go to File, or sorry, Options. You want to go to Options, Target Game, you want to go to Diamond and Pearl, because we're playing Pearl. Alright, and then just double check that that's selected. Good. Now what you want to do is go down to the Pokemon list. Now, obviously, there are tons of Pokemon to choose from. Please do not send me an Aggron. If you want me to use an Aggron, please send me an Aeron, because that is the lowest form of it. And yes, just please do this, because if I do hatch an egg and a Tyranitar comes out, or a Bayleaf, or a Beedrill, I'm just not going to use it, and I'm going to pick someone else's egg, and you're probably going to be kind of sad. But either way, just pick the lowest form. Don't send me a Blastoise, send me a Squirtle, okay? Either way, for this example, I'm going to go ahead and use Bulbasaur because he's easy to do. And what we're going to do is give it a nickname, because nicknames are always fun and it's a Nuzlocke. So we'll just call you Titan, because that's what we always do with Bulbasaurs. And we'll check this little box to be sure that it gets its nickname. Leave the experience at 0, please, and leave the level at 1, please. The nature is completely up to you. If you don't know what the natures do, it actually shows you them all right there. And if you can't tell by their coding, can't tell that Lonely is a plus attack minus defense and all that stuff, go ahead and look it up, because it's very important that you get the nature that you want. Although, I guess if you don't really care, you can just leave it on Adamant, or you can just fling the mouse up and down and pick a random one. I mean, it doesn't specifically matter for what we're going to be doing. So we'll just create a bashful little Bulbasaur. Oh, what a bashful little guy. And you can choose to give it a held item if you want. Oh, I know what a lot of people do is if they're going to send like a Vulpix, they will send a Firestone, because that's what you need to evolve it. So that's really good, and if you have a Pokemon that just you think would like to use that item, like if you send a Gligar and you want it to hold some leftovers, then that's a good idea. You don't have to send an item though, obviously there is a none option, so we'll just pick an Aguav Berry, because it's right near the top. And it should hatch with this item. Hopefully I don't have to edit the game to give it to them. If that is the case, I might end up actually just not using the items. I will do my best. I might have said this. I might not have. I honestly can't remember already. This is my first Egglock, so there's probably going to be some mess-ups. But you live and learn, okay? So anyway, just pick an item if you want to have one. Leave the happiness at 0. I think if you change this away from 0, it's going to screw up my hatching method. And if you leave it at 0, I'll be able to hatch it in either one step or just a few steps. So go ahead and leave the happiness at 0. This is where you have to be very careful about what you're doing here. So I'm going to introduce you to a site that you've probably heard of. Cerebi.net. Very good Pokemon site. If you somehow haven't heard of this, you need to get in the loop, man. Alright, so we're playing Pokemon Pearl. So what you're going to want to do is go over here to the left and find Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver Pokedex. Click that. Gives you Fire Red, Leaf Green. So this will give you Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3, and Generation 4 Pokemon, because this is as far as it goes. So, since we're doing Bulbasaur, we're going to go to Generation 1. We're going to pick Bulbasaur. As you can see, Bulbasaur only gets one ability in this game, Overgrow. So now what we're going to do is go back to our PokeJen, go to the ability, and type Overgrow. If it gets multiple abilities, you can choose whichever one you'd like. Go ahead and go down to the origin and select Pokemon Pearl. Pick whether you want it to be male or female, and then select Egg. If you haven't guessed, this is a pretty important step. You definitely need the Pokemon to be an egg. Whether or not you want it to be shiny is up to you. I guess I'll go ahead and create a shiny Bulbasaur, why not? Now we're going to go over to the MET thing. We've got Game, Diamond, and Pearl. It doesn't really matter. I can go ahead and change this to Pokeball in 1, but I'm pretty sure you can just leave this alone and the game won't really care. So, it's no big deal. Anyway, then we'll go over to the stats. Please do not click this button. Please do not click this button. If you do, it's not the end of the world. However, I would prefer if you didn't. EVs are something you get by leveling up anyway, so there's no point in making the Pokemon a little OP early on. As for the IVs, it's going to be completely up to you. If you don't know how IVs work, basically 0 is terrible, 31 is the best that you can go. So the higher the number, up to 31, the better that stat will be on the Pokemon. What I recommend you doing is just hitting this randomize IVs button. You could just hit it multiple times or just hit it once. It really doesn't matter. But if you give it perfect IVs and stuff, it might be a little OP, so I recommend just randomizing the IVs. And it's really up to you, though. Please leave the EVs alone, though. That's all I wanted to say. Anyway, now we'll go over to the attacks. Now pay attention to this part very closely, because I've seen a lot of people mess this up before. Go to the Cerebi page for the Pokemon you're sending. Look for the level up moveset for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Because sometimes Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and even sometimes Platinum, I believe, will have different level up movesets. So you want to find the one that says Diamond and Pearl. Only give the Pokemon moves that have this dash next to them. Or moves that are down here in the egg move section. So these ones, as you can see, these bottom two are Heart Gold, Soul Silver only, so don't do those. So go ahead and pick any of these moves to give to the Pokemon alongside its level 1 moves, which are dash moves. So we'll go ahead and just give you random moves. You can have Tackle, sure. Why not? Go down to the egg moves. You definitely want to run Light Screen on a Bulbasaur. I don't see why not. Go ahead and give you Petal Dance, because you're just a little dancer. And Nature Power, why not? So now those will be the 4 moves that Bulbasaur will have when it hatches. Please do not send me Pokemon with moves that do not fall in here, because I won't use them, because I don't want an unfair advantage or anything like that. Over at the OT and miscellaneous, I think actually just leave everything here alone. I don't believe there's any reason to change it. But now what you want to do, the final step, or one of the final steps, is go back to the main tab, hit this little F next to the PID, and press search down here at the bottom corner. Hit that. As you can see, it looks like I've possibly tried to record this before or something. That's pretty weird. I think only one of these should show up for you, so just pick one and then hit OK. Now what you want to do is go over here to the box part and hit set. Now your egg is there. There is your perfect, beautiful Titan the Bulbasaur, Bashful Nature, holding the Ogwav Berry with Overgrow. What a good boy. What you want to do now is go up to File and save Pokemon from tabs. You hit that. As you can see, you'll be saving as a .pkm. It doesn't matter if it's your desktop or not. You're just going to want to save this anywhere that you can find it. And please do not put what the Pokemon is in the title of the PKM file, because I'd rather it be a surprise, and I don't want it spoiled. Either way, go ahead, let's just say like your username is Fredman1987, and this is your egg, so Fredman1987 egg. Perfect. Now go ahead and hit save. Wherever you told this to save, it will save your PKM file. Now what you got to do is go ahead and open up your email. I'm assuming most of you have that. Create a new email and send it to tssegglocke@gmail.com. Attach your 1 or 2 eggs that you're going to send. Please don't send more than 2. And once you've got that all set up, tssegglocke@gmail.com, and you've got your 2 eggs set there as attachments, go ahead and send it. You can choose to send a message in the email. It doesn't really matter to me. I will be able to go ahead and grab them from that email and put them right into the game, and bada bing, bada boom, your eggs are eligible to be chosen for the Egglock. And I think that's all there is to say, so thank you guys for sitting through this video. I hope to get eggs from as many of you as possible, because I'm excited. This is my first Egglock, as I've said multiple times already, and I just want it to be good. Either way, thank you for watching one more time. This has been TheSilverSlasher, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.